Hey, welcome to the Monday Mornings with Mitch podcast. I'm your host still, Mitch Morse, and joined always by just a gem of a guy, Casey Hahi. Case, what's up for you tonight there, bud?
I am very excited tonight, actually. Cam Robinson. I don't know if I just stole your thunder of
Please.
introducing him, but Cam, I had the absolute pleasure of spending 4 years with him when he was with the Jaguars and Louisiana native, and just an unbelievable person. Probably one of the first guys, in all honesty, that came up to me in practice, introduced himself, and from that moment on, was a constant friend, a constant positive vibe. He was, I can't say enough about Cam. He made my time in Jacksonville so enjoyable, and he was so inclusive with me. And I was just a video guy, right? Not a teammate or anything of that nature, but he made me feel like I was more part of the team than I felt I was myself.
Yeah, I mean, Cam is one of those dudes, and you did not steal my thunder because you spent way more time with him. That just, he has an infectious personality. When people ask me to describe Cam, it's not like he's the most outgoing, right? But when you get to know a dude and you want to spend more time with those people, that shows the quality of a human. And Cam, I think, is just a good soul, very insightful, very thoughtful in what he does. We have one of the greatest conversations to date with Cam. It just flew by. And I'm really looking forward to everyone kind of being privy to this and seeing this. And let's give it a look.
I've got a long list of real good reasons for all the things I've done. And regret is just a memory written on my brow. And there's nothing I can do about it now.
Now we get to introduce collectively one of our favorite people. I didn't get to spend enough time with him. That's one of the greatest things I wish I could have back in my career is a little more time with this gentleman. He is a 29-year-old, coming up on 30, October 5th, shares a birthday with my dad, actually.
October 9th, Mitch.
Well, so let's start that over. It would be really cool if it was October 5th, but October 9th is perfect.
We'll put it all in there.
Listen, dude, we're still figuring this out on the fly. Listen,
Yeah,
Louisiana
we'll put it
native,
Yeah,
unbelievable
absolutely.
person, Cam Robinson. Welcome to the show, my friend. October 9th,
go.
big
Hey,
birthday coming up.
I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate
My
y'all
guy
having
He's
me.
got
Cam.
Yeah, I've been tapped in a little bit, so I appreciate y'all having me
Well,
on.
it's a privilege to have you on, and we appreciate you slumming down to our level, watching the show once or twice. I got to tell you, pal, I just love that you've had the best backdrop out of all the guests we've had so far.
Yeah, yeah.
Tremendous thing you got going on back there. A little foliage. So we appreciate you coming on, buddy. It means a ton.
Yeah, I won't give away the secret I told y'all before we went live, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
nice
some things are
backdrop.
best kept to yourself, and we appreciate that. So,
Absolutely.
besides me muffing up your birthday, which is October 9th, if anyone's wondering, we did bring up the fact that you are from Louisiana, proudly so. I was telling Casey
Hmm.
off air, I was like, some of my favorite people that I've ever met are Louisiana natives. And right when you talk to them,
Great people.
you know they're from Louisiana. Like it's just something about them. Of
Hmm.
course, the inflection of words, but it's just good folks. And tell me, because I like to talk to folks about where they're from and how maybe that shaped who they are. Like, tell me what about Louisiana you love so much, and what from Louisiana do you feel like you carry with you every day?
I think I can honestly, and this is something I have thought about. I don't even know. I'm not sure if I know what makes it so like important. One thing I've noticed is that Louisiana people are super prideful. Like they're super proud of the fact that they're from Louisiana, and they love the fact that they're from Louisiana. So I don't even know if I can like just completely lock in on the exact reason why. But it's definitely a thing, and it's just in us. And I don't even know if I can describe it, but it's 100% a thing. We're very prideful, and we're very proud of the fact that we're from Louisiana.
Well, that people from Louisiana are proud, but people from outside Louisiana can appreciate that. Like I'm from Texas, people are from Texas are from Proud, and everyone around it is people are they're sick of it. They don't want to hear about Texas pride.
Yeah.
Something about Louisiana. Like one of my favorite folks on earth is I don't know if you know Tre'Davious White. He's from Shreveport, and he's just one of my favorite
Yep.
folks. Great dude. But I actually
Yeah, no,
no
absolutely.
go for it, dog.
No, I was just so he's from Shreveport, so he's probably like an hour and a half from where I'm from, and I remember just growing up like the recruiting, the trips and all that stuff. He might have been in one class ahead of me. We may be same class. I don't even remember. I'm getting there. Hell, I'm almost 30, guys. I
October
promise.
9th,
Um,
you'll be 30.
yeah. So, but yeah, no. So I definitely know Tre'Davious. They call him Shaq. Well, the LSU guys, I know they call him Shaq. I don't know. Guess that's just a nickname,
Well,
but
he
yeah, I'm
he
definitely
goes by
familiar.
many names. One of my favorite dudes. Well, I think he was in maybe a year ahead of you in high school, but you left early. So you guys were both in
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. So same
same
draft
2017
class.
class. But
Yeah.
so I actually spent a few weeks in Louisiana just over a certain amount of time. Went to a bowl game in Shreveport, but also had my bachelor party in New Orleans. And yeah, no,
Oh,
it was debauchery to say the least. The food was amazing. The food was great. The food was great, but I also met some of my favorite people on earth there. And there was one gentleman that I met that something about him just drew him to me. And I talked to him for about an hour, and then we actually took a photo together. Do you have that photo there? Yeah, this guy, this guy. I'll tell you something. He, don't judge a book by its cover.
yeah.
He was such a rich treat, and
Mitch. I like the
yeah,
boots.
that just shows you we ebbs and flows in this league,
Yeah.
man. The boot, that boot actually, we ended up walking 30 miles, and I walked 30 miles in that boot, and I'm pretty sure that's why I had to have core muscle surgery at the end of that year was because of
So,
the.
did you do the wedding in the boot?
No, that was actually the last weekend in the boot. I got the green light to do
Okay,
that,
okay.
but we did like
Yeah.
you know how you could rent out a parade, and you see
Mm-hmm.
30 parades go by and you think you're the only parade in town and you're drunk enough to think this is your party in your town. Well, I was dancing my ass off in that boot, and I had Celebrex
Oh,
flowing.
hell,
No,
one of my
yeah, it's the
favorites.
best.
One of my
It
favorites.
gets you from point A to point B. But okay, so listen, you're so Louisiana, crawfish etouffee.
Mm-hmm.
You've been documented as saying it's one of your great deals, and maybe that's the reason why you became such a big man at such a young age, right? Like you started.
Yeah. What?
You go for it.
No. You finish.
No, I have nothing of importance.
I was just gonna say, well, it was no thing to where in which you could be on to something because I never really had like a growth spurt. Like I've always been like elementary school, like Mitch, my freshman year of high school, I was 6'4", like 310.
Yeah,
You know
just
what I'm
scaring other children.
saying? No, like, so I've never really like I've always just been might have been, my mom used to give us Flintstone vitamins.
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely didn't have the Flintstone vitamins, and I was malnourished for quite some time. Chipotle was my deal, just
Hmm.
beefed up on some burritos, but
How how big of a baby were you?
big as
I
shit,
Do you
don't think
big
I
remember?
as
was.
shit.
Do you remember? Do you
No,
remember
I don't. I
weight?
think I was either 7 or 8 pounds. Yeah, I think my son was almost 9. I think my son was almost 9 pounds. He might have been nine
You
pounds.
did that
Yeah, it
to
was a
her.
blur.
You absolutely
Yeah, yeah. Guilty.
that's
Guilty.
oh God bless
Yeah.
her.
I, yeah, she's a
How's
great
your son
woman.
doing?
He's Mitch. He's running around here right now nonstop. It's just from the moment I was. It's funny. I was watching this Cat Williams. I saw this Cat Williams clip on TikTok. This Cat Williams clip, and he was like his son. From the moment his son's foot touches the floor from out of the bed, it's just nonstop motion all day. And he was like, you can either see him like this or like,
There
and that's how I feel. It's just nonstop. But I love it. It's I can't
no,
even.
see the
It's
way you
very
answered
fulfilling.
that while still rubbing your brow. That's the epitome
Yeah.
of being a dad because you have a physical job. You come home, your kid does not care. You're like your
Yeah,
dad.
yeah. He has no
You're,
clue.
I mean, you're up and down. It's the thing is just like how many times you can get up off the ground, or just. I heard someone it's like fatherhood is just not. It's just getting comfortable and then having to move. you're sitting like
No,
I just got so comfortable and the kid needs you somewhere.
I just got good, and then it's just like get out of there. And yeah, man, yeah, it's yeah, you can relate, man.
I can and
I
yeah.
cannot.
Well, Case has got a dog, so
Maybe one day, Case.
I got a dog, bro. I got a dog.
I'm still holding out hope.
I'm sure.
I mean, I'm 42. I've made it
Well,
this long.
I'm under the
Yeah,
impression,
yeah.
getting to know Casey much better these past few months, that there's a little Casey probably running around Pittsburgh somewhere,
Maybe Pittsburgh
Somewhere.
or London.
Somewhere.
London,
That's why I turn my phone off on Father's Day. No one likes a surprise.
London. Yeah, the stories you guys would tell from London.
London. London.
From London.
Yeah, you
never know.
you never know. And so we were talking about Louisiana, West Monroe High School. You transferred over there your junior year, I believe.
Oh my God, Mitch, you had no idea how big of a deal. I was like a highly ranked recruit. I was all that. Mitch, you have no idea how big of a deal that became. Like
Well, you are a big deal.
it's no, it wasn't. Forget me. Like it wasn't even like yeah, but I had no idea of like the ripple effect that it would cause. It was yeah, that became like a huge thing. Yeah, LHSAA had to come down to my house and like that's the Louisiana High School Sports,
Yeah.
whatever. After I moved to West Monroe, they had to come. They would come by and like make sure that I was actually living in the house, or somebody would be like walking through my. Mitch, they in my bedroom. Like they would walk through my bedroom, like making sure a bed was in the room. Like people don't. Nobody knows because I never really. I'm kind of like I don't speak much about like whatever and much about anything actually. So nobody really knows this. Mitch, they would like come by my house, like the first game of my I think maybe the first game or two of my junior year, I couldn't play because the ruling hadn't come back if I was like actually eligible to play. So I missed like maybe the first game or two. It became like a big thing.
Well, yeah, well, I assume that when you were 6'4", 310 pounds, when you were 14 years old,
Yeah.
they had your eye on you from the jump, dude. And
Yeah, no, it was man, it was shit. Looking back on, I guess I hadn't really never thought about it much, but yeah, that became a big deal when I transferred high schools. That's kind of took on a life of its
a
own.
life of its own, ran into two All-State. You became a two-time All-Stater, and I was looking up the alumni from West Monroe High School. You've got astronauts, opera singers, a lot of singers actually, country music singers, country music singer Hall of Famers, and actually, did Andrew Whitworth go to your high school?
Big Whit. That is my guy. Yeah, he went to my Whit, of course, older than me, so I think Whit was like 90s. But yeah, Whit went to
You said Whit was 90.
was
Fucking guy played forever, dude.
he might be knocking on it, but he
looks
looked good
great.
though, Mitch. I've been keeping up with him. He looked good.
He does look good.
I gotta
He-
yeah.
He's
so-
got his own podcast now,
yeah,
too.
no,
Does he
he's
really?
doing great.
Yeah, him and Fitz.
He's
Yeah.
big as hell. And just
Yeah, no. Yeah, man, I love Whit. And yeah, same high school as Whit. Same high
well,
school
and
as
then
Whit.
you have all these roots in Louisiana, and then you become you go Roll Tide Robinson.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and I was like, okay, maybe why would he go out of state? It really the distance wasn't that far from LSU.
No, it's not a far
So that
drive
made
at all.
total sense to me. But then you became the first freshman tackle to start for Saban, which had to be, and I mean, for an 18-year-old, Saban's, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I knew like the magnitude of it then, but now when I look, and it's probably because it's been done a couple of times now. Like a couple of them guys that came in and started as freshmen, but I don't know if I knew how big of a deal it was then. But now I look back on it and I'm like, man, I guess that was all right. Like that was pretty
was
cool.
really cool.
And it was when I first, so I was an early enrollee. So I after my first semester of high school, I graduated early and I headed down for spring. And I remember going through, I probably never forget it. I vividly remember going through like spring practice. I'm getting cooked. I'm getting, Mitch, I'm getting KC, bro. I will go back to my dorm and be like, bro, like, am I like,
I don't believe it.
am
I
I
don't
good?
believe
I
it.
believe it.
I swear to you, I went bullshit you. Like they was grown. I was a baby.
Yeah.
I was a baby. I was still supposed to be in high school. and they were fuck, they 20, 21, 22. They was him. I couldn't move nobody. I wasn't strong. I didn't understand how to. I didn't really know how to play tackle. I was big and I was
It's just so
athletic,
much effort.
but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. Yeah, I was raw, and I was getting like I would go back to my dorm and I'm like, bro, am I good? Like, am I actually good or like what shit? Like what am I? So I was probably a little self. Ain't no probably definitely some self doubt,
Oh,
but I kind of saw my way through it. And you asked me, did you want me to come in on like the LSU thing?
yeah,
How did I get
please,
to Bama over
please.
LSU? Well, it's a funny story. It's not even. Oh fuck yeah. Growing up, I was the Mitch, the biggest. My room. If I call my mama, right? If I call my, I still got the same best
Hmm.
friends to this day. If I call my best friends growing up, I had purple and gold walls. My LSU was my comforter set was LSU. Like I know all the old like Glenn
Hmm.
Dorsey, Craig Stelz, like Justin Jefferson's older brother that played quarter. Jordan Jefferson. Like, I know I'm OG LSU fan. So growing up, I was like 100% an LSU fan, and I probably was 100% LSU all the way up until probably like my junior year of high school, probably like sophomore, junior year of high school. And that's when I actually really started like taking visits and like going to, I kind of had to take like the fan aspect out of it in
Sure.
a sense. Cause so I would like go visit, I remember going to visit Texas and I would
Mm.
go visit LSU, of course, Alabama, of course, whatever other schools I hit. But I just kind of really fuck. If you want me to be honest, LSU, Bama just kind of like recruited better than it. I felt like they just recruited better than LSU, and it was just. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. It was a fucking factory.
Oh,
Like it was so. And really, what it is what I think they do a good job. It's so structured, and everything was so structured and put together. Parents
yeah.
love that. Parents want to feel like they're sending their kids off to something that's structured and something that's like just a good environment. And they want to feel like they're sending it because ultimately we 17, 18, we babies. They want to feel like they're sending their babies off to somebody that's gonna like provide discipline and structure. And now that don't mean we didn't that
Of
didn't mean we
course.
didn't get into
Sure.
some wild
Sure.
shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
we got into some
It's
yeah,
college, bro. You don't got to say
absolutely.
anything.
So yeah, but I think in a sense I think that's kind of where my perspective kind of started to change, and ultimately they recruited better. Like they recruited me better. I don't know if that was because I was from Louisiana, so they kind of thought that they already was just like a shoe
Hmm.
in and shit. They probably were a shoe in, but
There's
Bama came and closed
well,
the
there's
door.
something too. Just like you can tell when someone's doing it the right way, and there's also you can tell like
Yeah,
I like being wanted. And if you show some
yeah, no,
love
one hundred
and you
percent.
show my mom what's going to happen, and you recruit my mom just as much as you
Mm-hmm.
recruit me, like that's and Saban
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give off that vibe to me, someone outside looking in. But when now it's
Yeah,
well documented that that's something that he absolutely does and takes pride in, and and also like the structure, which you said, Saban looked like he. Of course, you hear the tight shit, but it's got to be liberating. Like I know exactly what I need to do. Football is the main thing, but also like
mm-hmm.
they're going to get me to what I need to do to get classes, and there's a good chance I'm going to make it
Mm-hmm.
to the next.
For sure,
I
100%.
mean,
It's like if you do your part, if you take care of what you. I was looking at it to where it's like if I take care of what I'm supposed to take care of, and in the classroom, I probably would on the field, and then probably in the classroom. I was like, it's set up for me to like if I take these steps, it's set up for me to like everything's at my disposal. Like I got the it's, if I do what I'm supposed to do, there won't be no reason why I can't get where I'm trying to go, like at the highest level. Because as a kid, that's where I was. I wasn't even. I don't even know if I should say this, but would tell them in college. I was like, bro, I'm on a 36-month plan. Like y'all, I'm here for 3 years, and I wasn't just like arrogant
yeah,
with it, but I would tell like my roommates, like I'm like, bro, I'm 36 months. Like, so I knew I probably didn't even soak in as much as like being in college and being like Alabama, we being so dumb. I probably didn't because I was always like, man, I need to be doing this so I can, you know what I'm
oh
saying? I
yeah,
need to be doing this so I can. So I probably wasn't even. My mama used to always tell me that like, stop, stop, think of just enjoy where you at right now. I'm like, man, I'm going to the
yeah.
league, man. Like I know why I'm here. They know
Now
why I'm
does it?
here, but that don't mean I didn't. It was
Well, does that?
amazing.
Keep the main thing the main thing,
Sure,
right?
keep the main thing the main
1,000. One of my favorite quotes ever. Mitch, I might get that shit. I might get it
the
tattooed,
main
Casey.
thing the main thing.
Keep the main thing
That's
the
one of
main
my
thing.
favorite quotes. That may be my favorite quote ever.
You're not there to school,
No,
man. Keep the
main
main thing the main
is,
thing.
is something that I remember you. It's tried and true, but it like, so you say you're on the 36-month plan at 17 or 18 years old. It's quite a mindset to have. Is that liberating or does that put pressure on you? Like,
It came. It came from. I don't know if I'd have thought. I don't know if I would have, because like I told y'all when I first got there, I was getting my ass kicked. But into my freshman year, probably after like 3, 4 games, we played Florida in Tuscaloosa,
Dante Fowler.
and it was me and Dante Fowler in the whole game. And I think Tay was like a top 5 pick,
Yeah.
top 10 pick. And I was a true freshman, and I held Tay is my guy to this day. I played with him in Jacksonville. We both got drafted by Jacksonville. But you know
Yeah, it
what
was
I'm
a good
saying,
day.
Mitch?
It was a good day.
Yeah, I had a good day.
day.
I like the way you so much. Yeah, I had a good day.
You had a good day. Well,
Yeah.
you know what's interesting?
And I think that, like that, I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like
It just
I'm-
takes
I'm-
one seed of like, hey, this is something that's feasible. Not only feasible, but like
that put so much confidence in them. It was just it put a lot of confidence in
and
them.
confidence. I mean, in any position, but especially offensive lineman, if you lose that at all, you're fucked.
Oh, it can be. I've had those days
I've had them more than I would have liked
where
to
it's
admit.
just like I had those days where I'm just like, bro, I don't know how to. I'm Chandler Jones, my rookie year, Mitch. Oh my goodness gracious, I didn't know. It was no worse feeling than being in the game and not. I was like, I don't know how to block them. Like I don't know what to do.
There's something to that where like you look at your guys, especially it's easier at center. Like, hey, if you get a chance, I'm struggling today. This guy, he's just Geno Atkins, my rookie year. I couldn't stop him. He was ate my lunch, and it was one of those days where you didn't want to look at your name on Twitter, because everyone.
I learned that lesson. Kind of early on because I think when I was younger, that was definitely something I used to do. I cut that shit out years ago, and it's so much better
It's
for
the
the
best.
message.
I would ditch my socials probably after my 5th year. I just ditched them, and it became a lot.
No point.
No point. But speaking on that
point.
freshman year, Cam, you and I actually met each other at the SEC championship game. It was fairly one-sided, and
Yeah. But Mitch, I had my hands full. I don't give a damn about what the score was. I had my hands full for about half a quarter, I should say.
it was a nightmare
Because,
practicing with those guys, dude. It sucked ass.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Specifically, I remember I had Shane Ray. Will never forget it. I think I've actually probably been on record saying that I felt like he was the best player I played that year. It was, and you know how my confidence was probably so high at the time. I don't know if I would have said it, but I was in my head like, God damn, this motherfucker can
Fast.
go. He can go. But he had one play, it had to be first or second quarter. He got like a target, like a helmet to helmet or like a targeting on the quarterback. And his day was done, and I couldn't have been happier.
There's nothing like when guys leave, even if it's just for a few plays, and you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. I'm like peeking towards the sideline.
Is he still? Is he still?
Is he back? Yeah. Damn.
Well, Cam, you were first team All SEC that year. I squeaked out a second team, and there was a reason why that I played center and you continued to play tackles. You had what it took, and they knew that I was just going to get. It's just a different. It's a totally. I can say it objectively. It is a different beast being out on that island. I'm not just pandering. It's a whole different ball game. But we kind of talked about a little bit of your career. You get drafted second round, 34th pick. I think I got that one right. Out of Alabama, and you guys had and now you're sitting here 9 years in the league. Like looking back at your career, I know this is a very broad question, but like it's a privilege to play any time in this league. But 9 years is no small feat. How would you describe? Like, how do you envision your career, and like, how would you describe it to the layman?
It's interesting because I've had to I thought about this before, and it's kind of like it's almost like damn, because growing up I had one thing I wanted to do. Like I knew I wanted to go play like in the SEC. I knew I wanted to be a football player. I knew I wanted to go like be like I knew I wanted to be like a great high school player, playing like the All American games, like go to probably like SEC school, go play in the NFL. And it's just like sometimes I sit back and think I'm like, bro, like, I did every. I don't want this to sound like arrogant. I'm not that type of guy, but like growing up, I had certain things in life I wanted to do. Mitch, I hit every check mark, and like I sit back and I think about it, I'm just like, damn. But going through life, I don't think you like. I don't know if I just like think of like actually thought about it because I'm just like in the
Totally.
moment, just rocking out and just going. But everything I wanted to kind of do growing up, shit, I did it, and it was I don't know. When I think about it, it's crazy. Um, shit, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy
Well,
thought.
it is, and it's not totally a fair question because you're still in it. But to that point, it's an impossible thing to actually sit back and think about while you're doing it. It's not fair. It's not probably healthy to do because then that takes away from where you are in that moment. But I mean, I was looking back at your career. 2017, you get drafted. You guys in Jacksonville with the Saxonville, which is a nightmare, right?
Yeah, no, I had times my rookie year too where I was like, bro, I can't block him. Like
Yeah.
Calais, my rookie year, Calais, I was like, how do I block? I don't know how to
No,
block him. Like I didn't know what to do. I had to figure it out.
he's still doing it. 2 sacks.
Yeah,
That's remarkable, isn't it?
it blew my mind when I saw. I was like, Calais is. I saw a highlight and I was like, bro, Calais is still
Yeah,
playing.
he's still
How?
playing and he's still got juice, which is great. And you had that was one of a lot of guys. Malik Jackson, I think, was there at that time.
Yep,
I don't know if you guys
yep.
had gotten Marcel Darius yet. You guys had Dante Fowler. You guys had
Yannick
Yannick
Ngakwe.
Ngakwe was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
Mm-hmm.
it was a slaughter. I remember you guys played the Texans that year, and you
First
changed your
game.
Instagram handle to Saxonville after that.
Yeah, they had 10. That was my first NFL game. In Houston, yeah, they had 10. That's where like the Saxonville thing started. They got 10
It
sacks
was
that day. They had two games that year, double digit
Yeah,
sacks.
which is it's a bad
Crazy.
day for anyone.
Yeah,
You guys probably should have gone to the
yeah,
Super Bowl. I think that was a
yeah.
little bit of a fluke how that went down.
Bitch.
So you got
Was that
Yeah.
the mouse? Was that the Mouse Jack year?
Oh my God, Casey. I don't even. And it's funny now because my offensive line coach now, Cole Popovich, he was on staff in New England then. So we always go back and forth. I was like, Pop, y'all cheated. That's what I always
Yeah.
tell him. Like, bro, y'all cheated us. And he was like, yeah, that's what they always say. And I'm sure ultimately I
yeah.
can't. But yeah, we was I thought we
Well, and then so yeah, you guys had an incredible 2017 season. 2018, you guys are probably still feeling like you got that juice, and then second or third game, you pop your ACL, right?
yeah,
Which is for anyone hears ACL, even if you never played sports, you know what that entails. It's a very arduous, intensive process to recover from. You guys have a few years of kind of going up and down, then you get Urban Meyer, which was something in itself.
hurt.
Uh, you got
Yeah.
Urban, and then but in 2022, you sign a 3 for 54, which is
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. And then a few years later, you get traded halfway through the season, which we were all kind of privy to, which was a strange ordeal. But then you get sent to a contender, you make a big playoff push, and then you get to the Texans, which has its own perspective, right? Like that also gains you give perspective in that. Like, what would you? And I know this is kind of the same question, right? What you looking back,
Mm-hmm.
what would you give your rookie self? Like, if you had to give it one person. I'm sorry, if you had to give yourself one piece of advice, rather, what would that be?
Mm-hmm. Um, God, that's a great question. If I had to give my young self one piece of, and I don't even know if it's bad because we've already mentioned it, but it would definitely be to keep the main thing the main
Right.
thing. Like nothing is more important. What I feel like has been super important to me and like what's kind of but outside of like family and like nothing football is the most don't nothing come before ball, bro. Like if it ain't like family or the family emergency or like football is the most important thing. And I think if you want to play a long time in this league, that kind of is we you kind of in a sense we kind of somewhat be like a little
Yep.
selfish in a sense. And I know it may sound bad, but you gotta it's such a commitment that you gotta make to the game through like your body and The body may be the biggest part. The mind and
No,
the body.
totally.
Yeah, the mind and the body, but it's you absolutely have like nothing if you while you're entrenched in football, nothing can be more important than football. Like nothing can come before it. That's kind of what I would tell myself, but that's also the mindset that I kind of already had going into it. Yeah, and football has taken so much of my. I probably hadn't always been the best son or the best brother or the best, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Just because
Yeah.
I'm so into it that it can kind of pull me away from my regular life at times, from like my everyday life at times. But it's keeping the main thing the
But
main
it's
thing.
also not fair to ask yourself to be to do anything different, right? Like I've thought about this question myself, and you where I'm at now, I wouldn't want to change anything, right? But at the same time, I probably made things a lot more difficult than they should have been. I think sometimes when you have the mindset you had, it's almost giving yourself some grace, right? Like give yourself an opportunity to just kind of take it in and take your licks early and those and perspective. Like I've talked about it 1,000 times, it's the cruelest bitch there is, and the NFL is just the league of perspective, and it's one of those things that just you don't inherently have. You got to go through that shit. You got to understand how to take care of your body, and the only way you do that is you get nicked up because you probably were doing something. You're just being young and you thought you were invincible, or maybe I didn't know how to digest information, or just the season's long. And as a young player, you ride these ebbs and flows emotionally, and that might just keep you up at night, stress you out, and but it gets you in the back half of your career, and there is that sweet spot I feel like where you hit in your career where it's like everything kind of lines up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's a bitch this league, but it's also great, and it's given us both so much. And I know you would probably say the same thing, but
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
But I'd also say it's totally fair to say, like you had said that, it may sound selfish, but you gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about the longevity. I mean, Mitch, you were in the league 10 years. Cam, you're on year 9. For a lineman, that exceeds the average.
Yeah.
And you could be in the league for such a short time. You have to be selfish and dedicated to it because it's such a lucrative opportunity that you put yourself in, because of all the hard work and dedication to get to where you are now. You have to be selfish with it because it might not last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could last a year, it could last 2, and you got to be, because it's just such a short time span of your longevity in your career that you have to be selfish with it to set yourself up for the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's
And
like
you're
I'm gonna be
and being
selfish
young
for
still.
yeah, I'm gonna be selfish for this amount of time,
Right.
but damn it, with the rest of this time, I'm all
Can't.
in. You
That's
know
what
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, how many times I called my agent and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. At least 4 or 5 times. And how many players have done that? And I remember we still had a rookie symposium when they turned into like this rookie deal. It's right after OTAs ends for the rookies. They kind of do this, kind of checking their boxes, do this, don't do that. And we go in there and they're presenting, the guys are presenting. It's like, hi, I'm so-and-so, played 8 years. Hi, I'm so-and-so, played 12. And there's one guy that was like, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I played 5. And we all kind of looked at each other. Mind you, we hadn't even stepped on a football field yet. And we're like, 5 years, I'm going to play
Yep.
12, 10, 15 years. And then after that first year, you go, how the hell am I supposed to make it one more year?
100%. 1000%.
Dude, it's a diabolical thing, this deal. But you wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
And
No, you wouldn't have it no other
okay,
way.
so we're gonna change it up a bit. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. All right. Case
what you
sent me
got?
this video earlier, and I got to tell you, I thought it was fake for a while. We were talking about
Yeah.
guys just having bad days. This young man had a bad day. We're gonna play it, and then we're gonna play it again because it happened so fast. Case, give it a go.
Defense on the field. Mishandles the snap. Mishandles it a second
Oh.
time, and then gets buried.
Case, why don't you give that one more run real quick?
What school is
man.
that?
So he drops it again.
The old Patriot
Boom.
League.
Oh, and then they return it for a touchdown.
Bro,
Hey,
Cam,
Yeah, you definitely don't want to look at your Twitter
That's
the next day.
football. That's football.
that That
That's
guy
football
got
right
that
there.
guy got folded like a Motorola razor.
Yeah, we've all in some capacity had a play like that. Maybe
Oh,
not as
absolutely.
lively as that one, but also
Hmm.
it's the job of the media and for us here to kind of sit here and shit on them. But you have good teammates. They're going to pick that guy up. We've all had those moments, and I hope that because the next punt that's in the back of his mind, like, oh my god, how the hell am I,
Yeah, like, oh my
how am I
God.
supposed to do that?
Yeah.
But I thought that was a fun clip. Thank you, Case, for sending that and blessing our timeline with that.
I mean, the kid that hit him, that's third-degree murder in at least
That's
49,
football. Hey,
49 states.
that's ball right there. That's
That is
ball.
that's football. That was a great hit.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
going to talk about this earlier. We were crushing this conversation, and I
Yeah.
would talk about a guy that we both shared the football field with, you at Alabama and then Jacksonville, me in Jacksonville, and I think this guy gets a lot of hate. And after spending even a few minutes with the guy, he's one of the best people, best teammates I've ever been around. He lights up a room, galvanizes the locker room, gets guys behind him, and that's Mac Jones.
Oh my God. That's my
It's the
Michael
McCorkle
McCorkle
Jones.
Jones.
McCorkle. That's what that's my favorite version
Yeah.
right there. McCorkle. I spare him with
Yeah.
the Mac, but Mac had a hell of a game. What was it? Yesterday before
Yeah,
yesterday?
I
Yesterday?
mean,
Day
Sunday,
before
yeah.
yesterday. Hell of a
man, he
game
had a
too.
great game out, and you could just see. I mean, he comes in, and you could just tell his energy is already related to the locker room. Like the guys had his back,
Mitch, you had the perfect lights up
lights
the
up the
room.
room.
Lights up. You had the perfect that's the perfect description of him. Mac is a guy that you just some guys you just want to like. It probably sounds like cliche, but Mac is a guy that you just want to
No
play.
doubt.
Like if you on the field with Mac, like you know what I'm saying, you just want to play with him. Like even if backup quarterback, starting quarterback, it doesn't even matter. Like you feel like I don't know. It's kind of like It's like he just instills like confidence, and he instill. I think it's because he's so not confident in like a cocky
No,
way or arrogant way, but he's so like you can just
yeah,
feel it. Like, you can feel his confidence, and I think it's contagious in a sense.
his whole
I
personality is
mean, I don't know
contagious.
of many people in the league that can match his energy.
100 is amazing.
There's no off day.
Yeah,
You're out
I
in
love it.
practice. He's out dancing. He's out getting everybody going.
But he's
Hmm.
also the most in tune
He's a
with the game
vibe.
plan. He's the most in tune with his
No, one
profession. And I think that's what makes
for
it so
sure.
good because we've been around a bunch of guys who can like goof off, but they really don't know what they're doing. And that kind of drives you up a wall.
100%.
This just
Yep.
amplifies who he is. I mean, he was there, because Trent and all those guys, when they leave the 49ers locker room, they have that boom box and they're doing their dance. And he
Yeah.
was,
He was right in the
mix,
mix.
dude. He was right.
Mitch, he was right
He
in the
was right in the
front.
front. And I told him, I said, right there, I knew, buddy, you're gonna go
Yep.
have a fucking day. And but he was telling me in the sauna a while back that you guys might have been at the same party back in college. It was Damian Harris, who was also a teammate of mine in Buffalo. He was,
I know exactly what it wasn't a party, Mitch. It was
it
a
was a
bar.
bar, right? So
I don't remember. Was it Innisfree? I don't think it was Innisfree. But Slade Bolden was there too. I don't know if y'all know Slade. He's another West Monroe alum. So I remember Slade being there. They had played somebody, and I think it was my first year removed. And I think it was after my 2017 rookie year, and I had came back on campus. They had played somebody, and I was out at the bars that night. And
he said he was on. You're right. It was at a bar. He was on the tables and he was rocking a Blake Bortles jersey.
one of my favorite teammates. One of my favorite teammates all
Yeah,
the time.
of course we didn't end up last year in Jacksonville the way we wanted to. We had a big offensive line dinner afterwards, which we wish you were there, and we went out. And Mac and it's top 5 most drunk I've ever been. And he gets like super giggly, you know what I mean? Like everything's funny, and for something that just feeds you like more. I want more.
Yeah,
And so then
yeah.
Shatley had to end up taking me home,
Shad
Shad took care of the kid, but. I just wanted to tell it because he had told me that, and I thought if I ever got a chance to talk to you about that, I would love to. Dude, this is
Yeah, no, good night.
yeah. Well, with Mac, it's always a good time, and
Yep.
we'll leave it at that. But
No need to go further. Great night.
Let the
Yep, great night.
All right, so this is
Yeah.
something we do most shows. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of the reasons why we started this. Was we it started in the equipment room in Buffalo we after games we'd sit there and we would just, there was a couch, we would all sit back there and just have some of the greatest conversations. But it was a time you can get stuff off your chest, like football or personal life, what's going on. And so this is an opportunity. I'm going to tell a story, get something off my chest, and you'll have an opportunity if you want to get anything off your chest. So we played the Raiders in 2023. It's one of our first home games, and it doesn't get very hot in Buffalo. But when it does, you're just not used to it. Like, so you take precautions. So I got 2 bags of IVs, and there's certain IV bags called ringers, which have extra electrolytes. So I just took 2 liters of that, and my stomach was already kind of starting to give me a little bit of something. It was talking to me a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know how it goes sometimes. And I think it's later in the game. We're going down a drive. It's a play action pass. So I go and then it's like 2 or 3 steps. I grab my guy as hard as I can. I clench, throw him, and immediately I shit my pants. I deuce it, and I just run off the field. We're wearing white pants with blue jerseys, and I run off right into the tent. So everyone thinks I have another concussion because I've had 1,000 of them in my career. And they knew, they must have seen my eyes because they had pants ready for me, change, go back out there. But on the injury report, or when they tell people, because they're always tweeting that, they just said, "Hey, this was some uniform malfunction." And people asked me afterwards, "What was that?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, just my pants ripped." I didn't have the heart to tell them that I had shit my pants, and I held on to that forever. And I wish, because why? It happens. Like I should have just been fine with it. I pooped my pants, fine. So I'm sitting here now saying that I wish I'd just been upfront about it, and it happens to a lot more people than you think. It was a wild deal, and that's me getting this off my chest. Cam, you can get whatever you want off your chest right now, pal.
Oh man, what do I want to get off my chest? Probably a lot I want to get off. I'm gonna be smart about what I want to get off my chest. All right, yeah, this is what I'm gonna get off my chest. I'm gonna speak for you. Earlier, you brought up like the Urban Meyer, like when we had
Yes,
Urban in
please,
Jacksonville.
please.
Urban might have been a little misunderstood, and like the word around Urban is still my guy. So I don't even know if this is me defending him. It's just me kind of like Urban did a lot of things that was just kind of like, coach, you can't. But he wasn't. I don't think he was like as shitty as a person as people as he was like. Maybe being presented. I don't know if this is me taking up for him. I don't know.
No, it's just getting it off your chest.
Yeah, no, I liked him. I never had any problems with Urban. He treated me really well. I don't know.
Listen,
I heard this one quote. Jimmy Johnson, old coach of Cowboys? Yeah, he said I treated my superstars like superstars, and I treated my shit like shits. I don't know if it was like that, but me and Urban, he's not as bad as the guys. Like,
what honestly can.
no, I think he kind of perceived his reputation,
Which is
a little
good.
bit.
I think this is good, right? Like everyone has an opportunity to make their own opinions about someone. Like it's easy for me to have an opinion. I've never met the guy, just word of mouth, but to have that perspective from someone who was actually in it, I think is enlightening, and it's good to have. So,
I mean, you and I have very similar stories, Cam. Like, I mean, Urban treated me very well.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, Urban treated me very well. Urban and I got along very well, and to this day, him and I still text and chat. He's a guy that if I ever have an opportunity that needs someone to call on my behalf, Urban is the guy that would 100% do it for me.
Yeah.
He tells me that every time we talk, and he always treated me well. And yeah, I mean, what happened in Jacksonville happened.
Yeah, what happens exactly.
But I don't have a bad thing to say about Urban.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same.
I'm just glad that I didn't have him when I deuced my pants, because I'm sure he would have started treating me like.
Yeah, I don't know how that one would have gone.
Well, dude, Cam, thank you so much for the time. I was so looking forward to this conversation. You've always been a treat. Like I said earlier, I wish we had spent more time together, but the little time we had was very impactful. I know you find your way down here to Jacksonville still, so please call me up. We'll have a good time and have some good laughs. We love you, pal, and thank you so much.
All right, absolutely, man. I love y'all too. Appreciate y'all having me on, KC.
Thanks, Cam.
Yeah,
I miss you. I miss you, brother.
I miss you too, dog.
I got to pop by your Ring camera again. You know,
Yes, that's still my spot. I still own it.
I used to ring his doorbell and say, "Cam, where you at?"
All right, well,
It's crazy, yeah.
Casey, don't point it out to me because it'll get bad fast, dude. I'll bless
I'll take
your
you to it,
phone
buddy.
with some weird stuff. So, Cam, thank you. Yeah,
But yeah, nah, man. Nah, I appreciate y'all.
my
Definitely.
friend. All right, Cam, that was Cam Robinson. His 30th birthday is coming up October 9th. If anyone's wondering,
let's
not
do it.
October 5th. Thank you for joining the show. We look forward to seeing you next time.
All right, appreciate it, man.
And there's nothing I can do about it now.